coming into a fine young local band there called Fire Room. They're young guys who really rock on, and it's great to see young people making good, raucous rock and roll music from time to time, because a lot of the music's getting a bit dirgy of late. I like,
depressing.
I like young people who fire up a bit.
Yeah, me too.
Like Dex. But right now we're talking drama.
Are we?
We are talking drama.
This is new to me, but that's okay.
Because Ron Baker is the director of the Wyong Drama Group's production of Little Women, which is coming up on the 7th of April. And Ron is the director. Sarah Ann Ballard plays Jo, one of the daughters. And the Wyong Drama Group production of Little Women, of course, is just extraordinarily good timing as a tribute to Elizabeth Taylor, who was so successful in the role on the big screen. Ron, I mean, very sad about her passing, but incredibly intuitive to put this on this time.
Yes, it was, Scott. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You didn't plan it that way. I mean, you didn't know
No,
Elizabeth was going to pass away.
It'd be a good publicity stunt.
But of all the productions, there has been 3 productions of it, and the middle one with her as Jo in that production was the best of them, I believe.
As a movie?
As a movie, yes. So, you know, it's very timely, but very untimely, so to speak.
It's a great story, isn't it? It's a really great story.
It's a lovely story. It really highlights family connection, where the young ones struggle during a time of the Union or the Civil War in America, 1862-63, and it brings out all the undertones of a family struggling. They had money, they were rich, and the father invested money with a friend of his. He went bankrupt, and of course they lost all their money, and from richness they went to being poor. Now they're struggling to get through this. The father has gone to war as a minister of the Union Army, and he's away, and they've got to survive. And it tells this story of the family pulling together. There's the 4 girls, the mother, and the maid. And of course they have the grouchy old aunt who won't support them. You know.
Yeah, that's right. She's
well, theoretically she won't support them, but
horror,
basically she does behind the scenes.
Covert way. It's a great story, and it's a classic which a lot of people will enjoy seeing on the stage. Wyong Drama Group are doing a great job, aren't they, as well, keeping the dramatic arts alive, particularly with the lack of facilities. The Memorial Hall isn't really a theatre. I mean, actually working there, your actors, to me, seem a lot better because they have to project, they have to have a lot more technique and skill than the actors, the soft ones in Gosford, who get these beautiful 2 perfect theatres like Laycock Street and the Peninsula Theatre.
Yeah. Well, they have, you know, the microphones that transfer all this information. Of course, the hall doesn't.
But you have to keep doing it.
Do it through your diaphragm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old intercostal diaphragm. Brilliant. But keeping the drama alive is good because we know the plans are on the drawing board. It's been planned, the new theatre for Wyong. I mean, you look at Tamworth or Wagga or Port Macquarie or Lismore, any town which is a lot smaller, and many of them they all have a proper theatre. And Wyong really has missed out on the infrastructure there. It's the #1 piece of infrastructure in many people's eyes that needs to come.
Well, we've survived for nearly 60 years. 60 years next year, the Wyong Drama Group has been going for.
That's brilliant.
So, you know, we've pushed it to the limit. Every year we sort of push to have the best quality we can under the circumstances. Now, I don't mic any of my cast for any reason. We just teach them.
Yeah.
You talk to that back wall up there, and everybody will hear you, and that's fine. I mean, microphones to me seem to take away. I mean, they rely on them too much.
You'll probably get in the new place, and everyone will be going, "Oh my God, turn it down a bit."
Yeah, probably.
But the interesting, has there been any more promises for tomorrow's election from any of the local members at Wyong Entrance?
I'm not directly involved with the infrastructure of getting it going, but our president is. He's on a committee of working committee.
Yanni's on that committee.
And Yanni's on that, so you know Howard Oxley.
Yeah.
And he then comes back to us, of course, with all the information that they have up until this particular time.
Mm.
So we're just
It's a
hoping
lovely
There are
design.
promises of funding all over the place, but
Yes.
whether it...
whether it eventuates.
Yes.
What's the costing of it at the moment?
24 to 24. So we've got to break it into bits. We're out looking for philanthropists at the moment. I was talking to one in Sydney the other day, and he goes, "Where's the Central Coast?" And I went, "Oh my God, you need to put your name on that theatre, mate."
Yeah, exactly.
We've got
Yes.
Sarah Ann Ballard, who's playing one of the daughters in Little Women, the classic stage play, and I don't know, what was Elizabeth Taylor's role?
I'm pretty sure she actually played Amy.
Amy.
Yeah, which is one of the younger sisters. June Allison actually played Jo in that movie. But yeah, Elizabeth Taylor's role would have been a fun one. I'm a little bit too old for that one though.
Tell me about your character and how you've made it your own.
Jo's a bit of a tomboy, which is a little bit different to my normal personality. I'm a bit of a pretty girl myself, so it's good to sort of be able to venture into somebody else's life. But Jo's, yeah, she's very outspoken, very determined, likes to do things her own way. She's definitely an interesting character, and the relationship between her and Laurie's just something that I think everyone sort of remembers from the book and the movie, so it's interesting to sort of pursue that sort of friendship as well, so it's been really good.
That's great. How long have you been working it up?
I think we've been at rehearsals for about 2 months now.
Yeah, just on 7 weeks.
Just on 7 weeks, but yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it when you're up there on that stage. It's
Is it
just
a big cast?
11.
11.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
cast of
pretty big.
11. There's 7 women and 4 males.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And all amateurs.
well, we are all amateurs, but there are.
You don't get
I
paid
think
is
there,
what
no,
I
no,
mean.
no,
No.
no. There are.
Who gets paid for the arts on the Central Coast? Really?
There are 4 people in the cast that have never been on stage.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I've been able to pull them into exposing them to amateur theatre.
So, in the time that the memorial comes down, the Memorial Hall, because I was meaning to ask.
Yes.
And the new one is built, the art house. Where are you going to do it?
We're not too sure at this particular stage. We're trying to lobby the council to give us some premises somewhere that we can carry on, because we can't afford for 2 years just to drop out of circulation and then come back again.
Maybe do a bit of street stuff.
Yeah, there is some there is some talk that we may be able to, or lucky enough to be able to get perhaps the premises across the road.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? It just doesn't come to mind.
The community centre.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is the community centre over there. We're hoping that maybe we can get something like that in order to fill the gap between the building and going on.
Right on, because you can't lose that audience.
No.
Good luck with it.
It's
You do
great.
a great job there
Yeah,
at
they
the
do.
Memorial Hall. It's
I love it.
theatre in the round type thing, and the people get to have a bit of fun with their food and their drinks and whatnot.
They do.
And Ron Baker, good luck with it.
And thank you very
break
much.
a leg.
Keeping
Don't say that, please.
keeping the dramatic arts alive in Wyong Drama Group. They do a wonderful job, very professional. Little Women, April 7 to April 16 at the Wyong Memorial Hall. Make sure to book for that and get along. Thank you very much. We've got some live music.
Thanks.
Some more live music.